You know, with LUX and Julius Malema, these two guys have said a lot of things about what they represent. And I believe by now we all know what LUX represent, or what they used to represent, and what Julius Malema represents. But one thing, interesting thing, is that LUX used the fact that Julius Malema doesn't have a father and he doesn't know who his father is. He used that to his own advantage to start coming up with allegations that Julius Malema is from Zimbabwe. LUX said Julius Malema is from Zimbabwe and is alleging Julius Malema's father comes from Zimbabwe. And why is Julius Malema always not trying to fight foreigners? Why is he like all African? Is it because maybe his father is from Zimbabwe? If you don't believe me, take a watch at this clip.
Julius is very emotional and sensitive around borders. If I had graves from my family on the other side of the border, I'd say open those borders because it's important. My graves are on that side. I don't know if you're understanding me.
I'm fully hearing what you're saying.
But I don't want to confuse people. I want them to drown and be intoxicated in their own
I'm not even going to simplify what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it.
So I want people to believe what they want to believe, because we're a nation that believes. That's why we're so religious. We're not spirituality is based on fact. Religion is based on faith. So people have faith, and faith yahlupa blind. So I want them to continue with their faith. But la re gopola rona ba bang ha setse ba votetse a Zimbabwean as a South African president. But la re gopola. At least even though they joke about my father, he was a gangster, nashadi heisty, makesta brantswembu soweto, wacha watima, yeah, time like makesta ni tsoti ya skela ing. At least you know who my dad is. You are here advocating for someone who says even tatai kemang, mai kemang. You just know Virgin Mary wang khon. Ale me marafed. Kan ki bua di fara wolo ke problem. Oluki. Continue.
You just heard him, right? I was speaking on a podcast with the Honorable Penwell the Black Pen, a very respectable man. So they were having a discussion. Came a point whereby he was speaking about the EFF. To be honest, for one, I don't know if Julius Malema's father comes from Zimbabwe or not. I've never met Julius Malema's father. I don't know, until I know where his father comes from, I can confirm. As for now, I don't know. I can't make allegations, Same thing like you can't make allegations about anyone, only if they confirm through a tweet, through a video. That's when you can confirm, oh, your father is from there, your mother is from there. But without that, you can't just come up with assumptions, just for political trends, just for political gains, just for attention. You can't. The things you say, you must be able to back it up. People must be able to go and search and prove. But of course, it's an allegation. Of course, this allegation, some people believe it because Julius Malema doesn't have a father. So some are compelled to believe it. And Julius Malema doesn't seem to be xenophobic, Afrophobic. He's not the type who's going to be trying to chase foreigners and hate foreigners, African foreigners to be specific. So many people are compelled because why is he reluctant? Is that the word? Why is he reluctant to fighting this thing of foreigners must go? His father must be from Zimbabwe. That's how some other people are looking at it. But I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't think so. But of course, LUX has his own opinions. What is your opinion as someone who's watching there at home? Do you believe what LUX is saying? Is LUX alleging false allegations? Or is he speaking the truth? Do you think Julius Malema pursued him personally through the courts, through the law, for the disrespect of lying, if it is a lie? Because without proof, they can pursue you in court. And if you can't prove it, it's reputational damage. So they can claim something from you. Or maybe they can claim to make you quiet and never say anything again about them. So do you think this is one of those moments? Or do you think maybe he's just quiet, he's doing his own things? But about Julius Malema, do you think his father is from Zimbabwe? Do you think LUX is right? What do you think? Of course, you will tell us. And also to dive deep into a separate conversation, do you think it's fair for people to allege something about anyone, knowing very well they can't prove it? Like you just throw around and say, decent Q, his father is from Namibia, and you can't prove it. Do you think it's fair to be going that route? And do you think it's fair for people to sue people who speak, who lie on their names in public? Do you think it's fair for, let's say maybe someone lies about me in public, say a blatant lie? Do you think it's fair for me to go out there to the court and sue that person for lying on my name? Or do you think I should just leave it and let him be and let him keep on lying? Because there's consequences to a lot of things we say online, usually us who speak a lot. There's plenty of consequences. That's why I always make sure I speak based on things that can be proven. I speak based on things that can be researched, things whereby you can go and find a tweet from the same person. I speak about things that people tweet, people say, people speak about in conversations. I even put clips here so that everyone can confirm what I'm talking about. I even put clips so people can see, oh, this guy is speaking about this and he's right. This is what the person said. But if someone hasn't confirmed if their father is from Zimbabwe, do you think it's fair for people to just allege, just because somehow you don't hate foreigners, your father is from Zimbabwe? Is it fair? Is it a fair world we're going to live in, whereby you just throw allegations about people because of how they present themselves, because of their ideological stance, because of maybe somehow they believe in Pan-Africanism, then their father is from Nigeria? Is it fair? I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for people to speak without fact, usually on public platforms. It's really not fair. It's really not fair. But it is what it is. You'll tell us what you think. Thank you very much.
Julius is very emotional and sensitive around borders. If I had graves from my family on the other side of the border, I'd say open those borders because it's important. My graves are on that side. I don't know if you understand me.
I'm fully hearing what you're saying.
But I don't want to confuse people. I want them to drown and be intoxicated in their own
I'm not even going to simplify what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it.
So I want people to believe what they want to believe because we are a nation that believes. That's why we're so religious. Spirituality is based on fact. Religion is based on faith. So people have faith, and faith yahlupa blind. So I want them to continue with their faith. Batla re gopola rona ba bang ha setse ba votetse a Zimbabwean as a South African president. Batla re gopola. At least nna, even though they joke about my father, he was a gangster, nashadi heiste, makesta Brantswembu Soweto, wachawatima, yeah, time like makesta nilitsoti yaya skela ing. At least you know who my dad is. You are here advocating for someone who says even tatai kemang, mai kemang. You just know Virgin Mary wang khon. Ale me marafed. Kan ki bua di fara wo le ke problem. O lokile. Continue.